Good morning, gardening friends. Well, here was the big surprise. I'm on vacation with the family in Lake Tahoe. For those of you who maybe don't live on the West Coast, Lake Tahoe is a lake that it crosses the border of both California and Nevada. And if you're looking at a map, you'll see the border between California and Nevada. You'll see a little bend in it. That bend is literally in the middle of Lake Tahoe, and it is some of the most beautiful place you'll ever see. We come up here, we hike, we go to the beach, we do all sorts of different things. And so I apologize, it's kind of a limited view. I'm just out on the porch of a place we're renting, but that's where we are, and I'm going to try and give you a little bit of a tour of our vacation. So enjoy. On the first day, I tried a little birding, sort of. There was this one pine tree just off the balcony with a branch that fanned out enough that we could toss day-old breadcrumbs on it for the blue jays to enjoy. I recorded the tossing of crumbs and then let it run for a bit to see if the birds would come. What I forgot from previous trips is they need to spot the fact that you're putting out crumbs before they start appearing regularly. Later that morning, I went out with my nieces to walk around the rental complex. I loaned my younger niece Gabby one of my cameras, and we took pictures of flowers and other things. Then we played a little hide and seek. After she finally found me, she told me where I was hiding was illegal. Later we headed up to Mount Rose Meadow, also known as Tahoe Meadows. If you want to check it out, it's a few miles up Mount Rose Highway, Nevada State Route 431, from Tahoe Boulevard, California, Nevada State Route 28. Mount Rose Meadow is a beautiful place with a couple of little streams meandering through it. It also serves as one of many trailheads leading to the Tahoe Rim Trail. We've hiked up to the main trail before, but didn't do that on this trip. Finally, I wrapped up the day in media by recording a couple more what I call cloud lapse, or in this case, tree lapse videos. Sometimes these work, sometimes they don't. I just record a half hour or so of video pointed towards the clouds, in this case through the trees, and speed it up 30 times or so. These are what I've been using for my opening and closing credits on my videos. On the second day, we started with Gabby running around in the sprinklers. I had a little fun with the transporter effect. After that, we headed to Tahoe City, where we rented bikes and went for a ride to the restaurant at the terminus of rafting on the Truckee River. We thought since there was more rain this year that we could go rafting, but it was pretty obvious as we followed the river that there wasn't enough water for a good ride. Gabby got to ride on a cool ride-along bike with her dad. She's too big for a standard seat, but it was just like riding a regular bike. Gabby also had a little fun blowing on a dandelion while we took a little break. Afterwards, we went for a good cool-down walk and found a little shopping center by Jake's on the lake that we didn't know about. We had ice cream at a little chocolatier/candy shop on the second floor. On the third day, we headed out for a late morning hike from the trailhead at Brockway Summit to the Tahoe Rim Trail. We didn't make it all the way as we kept leaving parts of our hiking party behind and eventually had to turn back as they had hiked back down and were getting bored. This was the first time I had ever tried to jerry-rig a mount to my baseball cap so I could do continuous recording like one of those dedicated action cams. This was, however, just my cell phone mounted to my cap with an expanding cell phone tripod adapter. It kind of worked, but since the cap is designed with the brim pointed downward, I got mostly legs and feet of the folks in front of me. Later, we headed out for miniature golf, where I tried the hat cam again with a different adapter I had brought and managed to angle the camera up a bit more, but not quite enough. It was fun though, capturing the entire 18 holes of the Grizzly course and the simulated slot machine at the end. Unfortunately, no free games, but we had a lot of fun. On the fourth day, we headed to the beach. I'm not including any of the personal stuff here, but I did go for a walk around Sand Harbor and realized there is a walking trail with lots of information about Lake Tahoe and great vistas of the lake and beach. Sand Harbor is both the conventional sit back and relax or swim kind of beach, as well as a water sports beach. There are 2 entrances, one for boaters and one for everybody else. Later that day, I took another shot at birding and finally managed to catch a few things. Unfortunately, things moved kind of quick, so it was hard to set up for good quality, but I had a lot of fun watching the chipmunks play. Finally, we headed home, and on the way, I managed to catch a few nice pictures through the car window. All in all, despite it being rather warm this trip, we all had a great time. Can't wait to go back. Hope you get a chance. It really is quite beautiful up in Lake Tahoe. As for home, most of my plants survived, mainly because the sprinklers ran a few times while I was gone. Those sprinklers don't reach the nursery shelf, so those plants suffered. But I think I can bring a few of them back and transplant some in the pots where the plants had died before I left. I'll do a little transplanting and cleanup this week and report back to you on the next episode. For now, that's it. This is the Budget Gardener signing off and saying, may your thumb, even while on vacation, be green.